Welcome back, everyone, to the Angels franchise. Currently sitting here at 19-11. Very surprising record for our LA Angels. I thought we would be more like the Phillies at 16-15, but I'm going to take that because there's so many ebbs and flows throughout the season. I'm sure that a losing streak is bound to happen with this roster. So what's our in-game challenge here? Well, we got 3, 4, 5 hitters for our Angels. Have to produce 3 runs or more. I'm going to accept that challenge. I'm not going to decline that. So we'll see. We'll see how our offense is going to perform here against Aaron Nola. Base hit here leading off the game is Bryson Stott, and Trout just kind of misread that ball in the outfield, and Stott is going to be super aggressive and slide into second safely for a leadoff double. That's not a very good start here. Brandon Marsh, the former Angel, base hit back up the middle. Trout might have a play at home, and it's just going to be a little late. Plus, Marsh does take second base, which is kind of an oversight. Trout is struggling here a little bit. We know that he just met with the team psychiatrist. His offensive numbers have been kind of lacking a little bit here too, towards the first part of the season. So this is a really important stretch of games, a really important month for Mike Trout. Let's see if we can get him back on track here. Here's another base hit for Trey Turner. The Phillies are now up 2-0 here off of Patrick Sandoval, still with only 1 out. Alec Bohm comes up. Ground ball here. Rendon got a swinging across. Second over to first. Double play. We'll fortunately get out of that inning with only 2 runs scored against us. All right, let's turn the tables here. Aaron Nola, 0-3 to start the season. And Mike Trout, hey, there we go. All we had to do was just get him to meet with our team psych. That's all we had to do. Just get him to talk to somebody. Perfect. Base hit. Brandon Drury striking out off that slow knuckle curve from Aaron Nola. Let's go top of the 4th inning. Looking for a base knock is Alec Bohm, but nice play there in the hole by Rengifo. Able to make that play to get the final out of the inning. Let's go bottom of the 5th inning. Anthony Rendon, a perfect contact swing, by the way. That's crazy. Home run off a contact swing. I'll take that. So we do draw a little closer to that 2-0 deficit. Let's go bottom 6th inning with Mike Trout up to the dish. Goodbye, baseball. Long drive. 410-foot bomb for Mike Trout. Solo shot, tying the game up. 2-2. He's making a statement today, isn't he? He's coming to play. All this talk that maybe Bryce Harper might be a little bit better than him. Shohei Ohtani's better than him. No. Harper's been shut down here so far today. Ground ball. Here's Harper yet again. Zach Neto, great play. Getting the first out in the 7th inning. Trey Turner, little jam shot. Rengifo, gotta hurry. Got him. 2 down here in the 7th. Still tie game. Boom. Deep drive to the wall. Not good. Gotta get this thing in. Surefire double here for Alec Bohm. That's going to set up the Phillies with a man in scoring position now. Here is Edmundo Sosa. Swung on and missed. Goodbye. See you later. Thanks for playing. Patrick Sandoval, only 2 earned runs, and they all came in the 1st inning. He's pumped up, obviously, holding the Phillies down, giving ourselves a shot, giving the offense a chance. A walk here for Logan O'Hoppe. It's going to send Nola to the showers. They're going to bring in Chris Sanchez. He's 4-1 in 8 appearances, 3.73 ERA. Pretty respectable, but against the right-handed hitter Hunter Dozier, I liked the matchup, but oh my goodness. It worked out for him. Stott starts the 4-6-3 double play, and what is that? An incredible play up the middle. We got Lou Whitaker and Alan Trammell going on here, guys. Vizquel and Alomar. Rollins and Utley, if you want the Phillies reference there. That's unfortunate. But Robert Stevenson's going to check in for us. Offense for us can't come through. So we go back to our bullpen, and Stevenson gets a strikeout. He gets a strikeout on pinch hitter Nick Castellanos. Not sure what he was swinging at. Next batter up, base hit. Base hit for Carson Taylor. Ugh, can't give that up to the rookie. Can't have that. Bryson Stott, though, popped him up. Neto, make this play, bud. Here we go. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th inning, where we've got Mickey Moniak coming up. Former Philly, by the way. Little fly out there to left field. Brandon Marsh will make the play, and that's the end of the 8th inning. So, guys, we're headed to the top of the 9th. Andrew Wantz coming in. 3.97, little inflated ERA. Got to be a little bit better. Hopefully that can lower after this inning, but that's a base hit here for Bryce Harper. Next batter up is Trey Turner. A stolen base for Bryce Harper with 1 down. Got to find a way to get Trey Turner. Here's a ground ball. Dozier, little flip. Oh, just got him. A foot race to the bag. We just got him. Alec Bohm coming up. Should be a base hit. And, oh! It is a base hit. But Rengifo, I was surprised that he even got there, but it went through his glove. Or under his glove. You be the judge. It went through his glove. He's got like a hole in it or something. Rengifo. Alec Boehm's a magician, apparently. 3-2 Phillies. We do get Sosa to take this one looking. That's a strikeout. But now we have to deal with Jose Alvarado. Got a lot of velo, but not a lot of controls. 3-2 pitch. Oh, just nasty. That's a nasty cut fastball. Looks like it's going to hit the outside corner. A little bit out. Should be a ball, but no. Catches the strike zone. Strike 3. Mike Trout gave it a drive out to right field, but he's out. And then Brandon Drury looking to tie the game up. That's a deep drive to left field. Marsh is giving chase at the warning track. Makes the catch. Drury has had a couple opportunities to do some damage here today, and that was the closest one that he had. Ugh. And especially adding insult to injury there with the former Angel making the catch. But Chris Sanchez, apparently the player of the game. I don't know about that. I'd probably give it to Alec Boehm. Honestly, he had the double. He had the RBI because he's a magician. But I was kind of impressed with the way that our pitching staff performed. We shut down Harper. We shut down Trey Turner, the big hitters. But for us, our 3, 4, 5 guys did not come through today. Only Mike Trout performed. Anthony Rendon performed, but unfortunately he was batting in the 7th hole, so his home run didn't really count for us as far as the in-game challenge goes. So we did fail our challenge, which means we have a penalty to incur. We just got the challenge point from the last episode. Now we lose it because we failed our in-game challenge. Now, here's an update on this dude. I mentioned this guy in the last episode, but Buster Campanella, we have him 100% scouted. He's a left-hander. He's got some pretty good velo. He's got a pretty nice pitch mix for him. I kind of like this guy. 18 years old, left-hander. Just keep an eye out for him. We might be able to take him in like 2nd, maybe 3rd round, potentially. Especially given his draft rank at 22. Probably could sneak away with getting him as our round 2 draft pick. But let's talk about some other prospects here up on the board that we have not scouted completely. We have a guy, Alan Burris, or Burrs, probably Burris, out of New York. We got that Michael Ikeda guy that I've talked about a couple times. Heath Kavanaugh should be a dude that I'm considering. 19 years old from Cuba. Left-handed batter. Throws right-hander, 5'8". It's definitely a shortstop. But those contact numbers, 75 to 99 in the future, that's interesting to me, but we do have to scout him a little bit further. He might be a guy that's within range for our number 1, or round 1 draft pick, I should say. Thomas Ross is another dude that I'm interested in. Second base. Really, this Angels team, this organization needs a lot of things. We need third base. We need infield help, especially pitching, even though we do have some young pitchers. But, oh my goodness, guys. As we simulate, we have another injury to incur. 1 to 2 months for Anthony Rendon. Finger ligament has been torn. So now we're out. Shaunuel and Anthony Rendon. The Rendon injury doesn't bother me too much because I feel like we have guys that can play that spot. Rengifo can play third. Sano, Dozier, all those guys can play third base. Brandon Drury can play third too. We got a lot of utility people, but we're running at 25 men out of 26. So we do need to make some type of move. So we're going to head out here to the trade block and see what's out there. If anything kind of catches my eye, catches my fancy, if you will. I'm really not going into this seeking a specific position out, but I do know that the guy has to be able to play third or second. Because Rengifo, if he's got to move to third, if Drury's got to move to third, we got to kind of fill that middle infield hole up a little bit. But David Fry is a guy that's interesting to me. He can catch a little bit, play the outfield. He's Mr. Ultra Utility Man. He's got some good contact numbers, some solid numbers through power as well. Not really putting it all together here this year for Cleveland, but he's an interesting player, so something to kind of watch out for here. Spencer Horwitz is another guy. Can play left, can play first. He's got some good contact numbers, good power numbers. Decent. Let's just say that. It's decent. Those are decent numbers. Those are respectable numbers. They're not good per se, but they're decent. I like them. They're workable. They're manageable. But across the league, I'm just not really seeing anything else that's popping out to me. Chris Bryant, definitely not really interested in the injuries or the contract. But you know who is really speaking to me right now? Sung-Jae Chang. He kind of fits the bill, doesn't he? Shortstop, second, third, left-handed batter, 66B. That's workable, man. That's manageable. He's young. I think he just fits, man. He fits with what we're trying to do. We're trying to get younger. We're trying to build this minor league system up a little bit too, because it's so depleted of talent. But you take a look at his swing in real life. Very compact, very smooth. He's got some speed in the show. Take a look at this slow-mo. Clear those hips out. Dude, he's nice. Shohei Chang, just watch out for him in real life, okay? Just watch out for him. He might be something in the Pirates organization here. But for Pittsburgh, they're giving up one of their better prospects. Why do they need Aaron Hicks? Well, they've got Sawinski, Taylor, and McCutchen is out. And they're right now, they're in kind of a playoff mode at this point in the season. So I think it's a good trade for both of us. They get a competent hitter at Aaron Hicks, a veteran presence while there's an injury to their one veteran in McCutchen. And we get Shohei Chang, which I think he's going to be great. He's going to be good for us. And you know what's funny? This trade actually took place. I didn't even realize that we were playing the Pirates. But the trade took place while we are in Pittsburgh. So all these guys had to do was just switch dugouts. Well, Chang actually had to come up and travel, but Aaron Hicks on the big league roster, all he had to do was change dugouts. So our in-game challenge here today for Chang's major league debut is just get him 1 RBI, which might be kind of tough because he is towards the lower part of the order. But we'll see if we can do it for him. Sandoval will take the mound here against Marco Gonzalez. Sandoval's having a nice season at 4-1, but now's the time to take a look here at the first at-bat for Shohei Chang in the top of the third. His first major league at-bat is a walk, a 3-0 count, no less, and he does draw a walk. We got him stealing because he does have that speed. I want to test him out. So it is kind of a little hit-and-run action, but we're really just going for the steal. Mickey Moniak comes up here with 2 down, 1-2 pitch, and center fielder will make that catch. That is Michael Taylor out there. And the Angels offense can't get it done. Eddie Rodriguez striking out here in the bottom of the fourth, so Patrick Sandoval continues to dominate with that circle changeup. Let's go top fifth. Chang's second at-bat here. Drew a walk in the first at-bat, and whoa, deep drive to right field. Is that gone? It's gone! Shohei Chang's first hit is a home run. Whoa! Lefty on lefty matchup there, and Chang takes it to his former organization, giving the Angels the lead 1-0. Boom! There's our in-game challenge. We got a challenge point. Woohoo! That's awesome. So guys, let's go ahead and jump ahead in this game. We got Jimmy Herget coming on to face off against Aaron Hicks. Can he come through? He could not. He strikes out against his former teammate. Jamie Herget shuts it down. Let's go now to the top of the 8th inning. Full count pitch here to Chang. Draws another walk. This guy has been up 3 times, and he's got on base 3 times. Stolen base attempt here for Chang. Is he going to be in there? He's in there. What a debut. First stolen base, first hit, first home run. I mean, what is this guy? Is he the X factor for our team going forward? Man, he's something. Is it a flash in the pan? We'll find out as we keep going. But, man, he's had a great debut here today. Mike Trout strikes out. Moniak strikes out. So our inning is over. Let's go to the top of the 9th here. 0-2 pitch. Michael Taylor grounds out. We got Matt Moore coming on here, guys, to shut it down. Not Carlos Estevez. He's left a sour taste in my mouth. But Matt Moore could easily do the same thing here if we blow this. Endy gets a base hit. We've got delay coming up. Ground ball here to Tice, and that's it. Angels will get a victory here. We get a little achievement that I have no idea what that is. Living on the field, I don't know. But everybody's happy. 5 hits, 1 run today. That's all we could muster up against Marco Gonzalez and the Pirates pitching staff. But Matt Moore has been apparently used in closing situations so far this year. He's got 9 saves now. Sandoval is your player of the game. I don't really disagree with that one. I think that that's pretty spot on. But Chang, 2 walks, a stolen base, and a solo home run. I think you got to vie to potentially give him the player of the game here too. But great game. And ever since we acquired Chang, we're on a big-time winning streak, guys. He goes 2 for 5 with 2 ribbies, a walk. What is this guy? He's amazing. And in the next game, he goes 1 for 4. They're against Kansas City. Trout, Ward, Ohtani had home runs. He goes 1 for 2 in this game with 2 walks. The man's hitting .418. Mike Trout's starting to get on base a little bit more too. So you really, like, is Mike Trout's resurgence after talking to our team psych, or is it because now we have a table setter at the top of the order with Chang? He also had a double in this game against Kansas City. So, man, he's performing and he's producing, which is really, really nice to see. So as we simulate here further into the month of May, let's get a little update here. We still got Chang is still hitting. He went 1 for 5 today, so starting to, I think Major League pitchers are starting to figure him out a little bit. But he did have another stolen base, which is still being very productive. Now, the standings. 4 games back from the Astros. So this series right here, these next 2 games are very big. So this critical situation popped up, and I'm like, yeah, we got to get in here. Brandon Drury has a hitting streak on the line, but we could blow this thing open here with a base knock. Drury comes through right down the line. Go for 2. Go for 2. Let's go. He's going to get in there. 2 runs are going to come home. Astros losing the game now, 6-2. You love to see it. Everybody that hates the Astros, root for us. Brandon Drury, 13-game hitting streak, and that'll do it. So the Angels will get a nice victory here to split the series 1 game apiece. Let's get a little box score update here. Trout had a home run. He went 1 for 3 with 2 ribbies, and Griffin Canning was pretty solid as well. Chang, 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. What is that, like 290? This guy is just going off. 283, excuse me. And then Mike Trout, of course, had a great game. Drury there with the 2 ribbies. Rengifo with a stolen base. Chang is now up to 4 stolen bags. We're getting a lot of production from everybody right now. So we're kind of hot at this stage. We're currently in the wild card, which was definitely not on my radar. 30-19 at this stage through simulation. A lot of it's been sim. I'm a little surprised, guys. And I think you guys have a right to be too, to be surprised. I never like to say this in a video, but I was kind of hoping that we would be bad. So that the rebuild could take a little longer. But right now, they're performing, they're producing. Obviously, it's still a long season. We're only in the month of June at this point, so we could completely fall off in the next second half of the season, but we'll see. Now, Sam Byers was a guy that I talked about in the last episode as a pitcher that I'm interested in. How could you not be? He's got size. He's got a big beard. How could you not be interested in that? Robert Fujita, the shortstop. Looks like a project shortstop, but he could be a guy, like a 26th man, a bench dude at the major league level. We're currently on a 4-game losing streak. Seattle gave us a loss, and San Diego swept us, so that's never a good thing. We do have Fujita pretty comfortably scouted, and he looks like he's going to be a pretty competent hitter, guys. You can see he's in the green in some of those key attributes like contact and vision and discipline. He looks like a pretty darn decent player. We're going to scout up Chris Gonzalez, get an update on him a little bit. Now, some third basemen, because I know that the writing's on the wall with Rendon, and we don't have a ton of third basemen in our system. Thomas Woodson is a guy that I'm interested in. He can also play first base, and he's a switch hitter. So I do want to kind of learn a little bit more about him, only 20% scouted. And we're going to try to figure out James Newman here as well. Another left-hander, 18 years old, 6'5", out of Panama. He's interesting too, so kind of keep him on the radar. Manny Benitez, Mark Hassett. So there's some pitchers that I think I need to keep my eye out for, just because that those per 9 numbers are really nice right now. Obviously, the more you scout them, the more that you know, the more you feel comfortable about taking a guy like that. But we've got Blank, we've got Leroy Jones, Hassett's up there, Horgan is another dude that I'm interested in too. But when I look at our minor league system, we just don't have a lot of offensive oomph, if you will. There's not anything in our minor leagues that says like, yep, you're definitely going to be a guy. So we really got to hit on this draft. Our pitchers, currently as it stands, we've got guys that can impact today. But in the future, we've only got a handful of those guys. So pitching and infield is definitely going to be a focus for me. You can see kind of the direction that I'm going here with wanting to know more about Woodson, Horgan, and Seau. Given Seau's scouting progress at this point, plus I know how the show works with closers and relievers. They always have high overalls and potentials. I think I'm pretty set on figuring out what he's going to be. So just somebody to kind of keep an eye out for, but we'll replace him with that James Newman pitcher, that lefty. I like the young guys right now. I really feel like that's going to be a good route for us to take. Taking dudes that are 21 that are just outside of college, like I think I want to go more of the younger route just so that we can develop them and get them really ready for the show at about 22. Because if you think about it, like, a guy that you take from college who's a 65B, he's not going to be ready until he's like 28. You know, I don't want that. I want a guy that's young, 18, 19, that's going to be able to get in that minor league system, develop, get him to a 75, and then he's ready for the show at like 22. That would be huge for this team. It would be huge for this franchise. Next matchup, we got the Dodgers against our Angels. Remember there was a time that we were 30-19? Yeah, well, we've gone 8-17 since that stretch. And despite all the losing, Mike Trout has been a lot better since, of course, acquiring Sung-Jae Chang and, of course, talking to our team psychiatrist. Now heading upwards of 270 and quite a few bombs. He's coming around. However, former teammate Shohei Ohtani on the mound here today. 357 batting average and 32 home runs. And it's June. Absolutely ridiculous season so far. And the pitching numbers have been great as well. So he's definitely been worth the money, worth the investment for the Dodgers. Leadoff single here for Mickey Moniak on a 1-1 pitch in the top of the first. Nolan Schanuel hitting second, and he grounds out into a 6-4-3 double play, which does not do Mike Trout any favors because now he's got to face Shohei, his former teammate, one-on-one. Striking him out is Shohei Ohtani. Of course, that slider on the inside part of the plate just caught the corner, and Mike Trout is going back to the bench. All right, Zach Plesac, through 13 starts, he is 5-5, and he'll get a nice double play ball here from Chang to Neto, over to first. Double play, 4-6-3 double play. All right, Shohei Ohtani's first at-bat of the game. Plesac, ground ball. Oh, look at Chang. Nice little nifty play there. Nice and smooth over at second base. Man, I tell you what, in gameplay and even in sim, he's been really, really good. Will Smith strikes out looking. Next batter up, Jason Hayward, and that's a base hit down the line. Moniak in foul ground, and what is Hayward doing? This is not like your Atlanta Braves days, man. You're not that fast anymore. Moniak tosses him out here at second. He's having a pretty good game so far. An outfield assist, and now he's got 2 hits off of Shohei. That should be a surefire double here in right field. Hayward's going to try to toss him out, but that's way too deep. Can't even make that throw. So Moniak is on with a 2-out double. Let's see if we can knock him in here. It's going to be up to Schanuel, of course, again, coming off of the IL, so a little bit rusty here. Grounds out to other first baseman Freddie Freeman, and that will do it for the 3rd inning. Let's go bottom 3rd. Miguel Rojas is coming up. Moniak chasing, tracking towards the line. He'll make that catch. We're still scoreless here. Trout, base hit, back up the middle. And that's going to complete our in-game challenge, guys. We get another challenge point. That's +2 now. Love to see it. We got one with Chang's RBI today, and we got Mike Trout base hit. Awesome. Striking out is Brandon Drury and Taylor Ward. So 2 strikeouts here for Shohei, but Mike Trout does get a stolen base. Shohei's up to 4 strikeouts. Logan O'Hoppe comes up and draws a walk. That's huge because now it's up to Zach Neto. Can he come through off of Ohtani? Hard hit ground ball. Third baseman will be making the play. Man, we just can't get anything moving here. So top of the 5th inning. Deep drive to right. It's hooking. Foul. Trout. He's trying to square up Shohei Ohtani here. Let's see if he can get another good pitch to hit. That was 2-0. Let's see what he gets on 2-1. It's a fastball. Same location as the sinker, but Trout looks like he doesn't miss this one. It is gone. Just over the wall. Solo shot gives the Angels the lead. Trout has never faced Shohei outside of the World Baseball Classic. So this matchup's always been huge. All eyes have been on this matchup. And Trout has come through 2 out of 3 so far in this game. He's homered against Bryce Harper's Phillies in this episode. Now he's homered off of Shohei Ohtani. I think Trout's making a statement here in this episode. Zach Plesac does get another strikeout here to end another clean inning. He has been amazing against these Dodgers in the bottom of the 6th inning. So let's go top 7th. O'Hoppe gets a base hit. Zach Neto gets a base hit. So now 2 runners on against Daniel Hudson here. Angels looking to get some more insurance here in the latter half of this game, the latter innings. Rengifo in a big spot strikes out. That's going to bring up Chang. He's got a big opportunity as the rookie. but he flies out deep to center field. He got some pretty good contact, but we were just a little bit late on the timing, and that'll be out number 2. Next batter up is the top of the order. Mickey Moniak has a pretty good game so far today going, but he's just going to be a little short of the foul pole. That hurts. That could have been a big 3-run home run, but to no avail. Let's go bottom 7th. Gavin Lux, ground ball to Chang. Took a little awkward route to the baseball, but he does somehow get the out. That's that speed from Chang coming into good use. So 2-2 pitch here to Freddie Freeman. Deep drive to right. Moniak. Looks like he's got that one. Thing kind of died up there. It's all right. We'll take it. Next batter up, the number 4 hole hitter. Shohei Ohtani. He's 0 so far today. That's going to fall right in front of Moniak for his first base hit. So there's a little trouble brewing here. Will Smith comes up to the dish. 305, 176 against lefties, but over 300 against righties. And that trend is going to continue here with a base hit. That is now back-to-back base hits off of Plesac. I think now is about the time you want to make a change. I think they're starting to get used to him a little bit. Strikeout rate for Stevenson is 25%. That's pretty darn good. And he's going to get Jason Hayward to K on that beautiful breaking curveball. Love it, man. Love it. Stevenson can bring the heat and throw 95 plus, then he throws that bender at you. Very, very difficult. So now it's up to Joe Kelly here for the Dodgers, and I think that swing is just going to get blamed on the fact that Shawnuel has a lot of rust to shake off. Nothing to do with the user. Absolutely not. No, never, never, never. So Mike Trout in a full count here against Joe Kelly. Deep drive to right field, but that doesn't look like that's going to be enough. Just late on the timing. Could have been another big hit for Trout. He's going to go back to the dugout. So perfect by Taylor Ward. That gets us restarted here. Keeps the inning going. 3-1. Brandon Drury's going to walk. So Kelly is getting himself into a little bit of a jam. And then again, just like Shawnuel, we offer at a very, very bad pitch location for Mojave, and that's a strikeout. So now it's up to Mookie Betts here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He will draw walk on Stevenson. We're going to keep Stevenson in the game to face off against James Outman. And that is a base hit. It could possibly score Mookie Betts. Taylor Ward's got to hustle here. Gets it off of the wall. Betts is rounding third, headed for home. Here comes the throw from Neto. Not in time. Mookie Betts is going to score. James Outman comes through in the clutch. An RBI double, so we'll have to make a change. It's up to Matt Moore with that 1.88 ERA, guys. Man, he's been pitching so good, but here, Ohapi can't handle it. It's going to get James Outman over to third base. He's 90 feet closer to taking the lead. That's not good. Gavin Lux strikes out on the circle change. Beautiful pitch by Matt Moore. What a way to get us out of that little mini jam. So let's go to the next inning. JP Fire-Rising coming on with a 2 ERA through 9 innings pitched. He's got a quick 2 outs that he got, but Sung-Chae Chang comes through with a base knock. It's up to Mickey Moniak. Again, we offer at some terrible pitches to swing at, and we let that opportunity go by. Because now in the bottom of the 9th, Dodgers have a chance to win this thing with 3-4-5. Freeman and Otani, and they can't come through. Matt Moore, lefty on lefty. Love it. Lefty on righty with Will Smith. He doesn't hit lefties very well, apparently. About 175 so far this year. We love that matchup. We got 3 up. We got 3 down. So now we're in extra innings baseball, guys. Top of the 10th. Runner on second rule in play. Move him to third. Good job by Shawnuel. Gives Trout a chance. Deep drive to left field. Hit well. At the wall. It'll be caught by Chris Taylor. But that'll be deep enough to score the run. 2-1 Angels. We're really going to sneak out of this thing with a W? Let's go. Bottom of the 10th. 2 strikes on Hayward. He swings and misses at the fastball. And now with 1 down, we're going to go with our primary closer here, Carlos Estevez. Chris Taylor up to bat. Moniak in right will make the catch. No advance from the runner at second. We are 1 out away from winning this ball game, but it is up to Kike Hernandez. Deep fly to right center field. Trout is giving chase at the wall. He's going to let it bounce off the wall. That's going to score the run, and it is now tied in the bottom of the 10th. A blown save for Carlos Estevez yet again in gameplay. So now Mookie Betts in an 0-1 pitch, and that is going to fall right in front of Moniak. He's got to play at the plate. Here comes the throw home. The tag is not in time. The Dodgers will find a way to walk this thing off. Unbelievable. Our bullpen is costing us games. Carlos Estevez, especially from the bullpen, is costing us games. He's blown some too in sim. He has not been perfect. But you know what? Our offense was fine today. 10 hits. 10 hits off of Otani and the bullpen combined. 10 hits as a unit. I don't think we've done that in gameplay yet. This was our toughest test, really. And yet we could not find a way to hold on to this game to get a W. We got 5 hits off of Otani. That's hard enough to do. So we just got to get the next one, right? Well, we do. We do just that. 6-4 win, 13 hits, 4 of which came off the bat of Mickey Moniak. 3 RBIs for him. Logan O'Hoppe had an RBI as well. Zach Neto a home run. Moniak a home run. Sandoval wasn't really that good. Had a lot of walks, but only 3 earned against him. So he did a good job of limiting the damage, but I would have really liked to see the control numbers get a little bit better. So a couple prospects up on the board here. We got Leroy Jones, another 18-year-old pitcher. I've talked about him a couple times, but we've never been able to get him actually on our board. And the draft is coming up here in the next couple of weeks on our calendar, so we got to really kind of narrow this thing down on some players that we're interested in, like Lewis Barrett and Nick Nugent, and of course Leroy Jones. In preparation of the draft, I did receive this from our scouting department, this letter, and really it just outlines the players that they like. So as you guys know, I did assign some people from my community to be a part of this franchise series, and we do have at least 3 members of the community as my primary scouts. So I'm really like leaning into their opinions on who we should take. So this is kind of their assessment. And if you guys are interested in reading something like this, if it's going to add to your immersion into the series, I have linked this Google Doc inside the description of the video and a pinned comment. So if you'd like to kind of familiarize yourself with some of these players. Rufus Hawkins, number 1 overall pick. Obviously, Stedman is a pitcher that we covered in a couple of episodes ago, but Rufus Hawkins probably going to be that number 1 pick. He seems like the guy of the draft class, and we're just not in that position to go get him. We have the number 8 pick, and I don't think he's going to fall that far. If he does fall, then I think he's probably going to fall to like 3 or 4. I don't think he's fallen outside of that. I just don't. Stedman might be a guy that's going to be available to us. When we looked at his numbers, we really feel like he's going to be an adequate major league pitcher. Like, he's not going to be an ace. He's not going to be super elite. So I think that I would agree with that assessment there. Heath Cavanaugh would be a guy that I'm interested in. So is Thomas Woodson. We, again, really need to shore up pitching and infield spots. And I think Cavanaugh, that shortstop, might be a really good pick for us. Thomas Woodson's an interesting player just because he can play first and third, but his size lends him to be a third baseman, but his defense does not. His defensive numbers actually lend him to be more of a first baseman, which honestly I'm starting to think like if we draft him, he needs to grow into being a defensive guy, right? He's just mostly a hitter at this point, at this stage. So I think he might even come up as a designated hitter while we work with him to be better defensively. But he is in the range of that number 8 overall pick, so he's worth consideration. Joe Chavez, we have not covered Joe Chavez, but my scouting department really likes him as an athletic freak, so that's an interesting player. And then we familiarized ourselves with some of these pitchers like Leroy Jones, Justin Blank, Mark Hassett. They like these guys to be Cy Young winners, and potential number 2 pitcher for Justin Blank. Pretty interesting. We'll have to see if they fall to us and kind of what the situation is on who's available. But they also like Lewis Barrett to be a potential Cy Young winner as well. So I don't know if I don't know if my scouting department here is kind of overanalyzing these guys or maybe giving them too much credit, but they really like some of these pitchers. That might be the way that we have to go. If the department thinks that we have this much talent in the pitching pool, we might have to consider that at number 8. Then we have Geraldo Chavez, future all-star. I truly believe going after Geraldo Chavez could be a major steal of the draft. That's crazy because he is a Cal State Fullerton Titan, which next episode I'll give you guys some gameplay of some of those guys that we're talking about here. So Portugal, Tom Kluche, Nook Narf, those guys as our scouts, hats off to you. But I will be linking this for you guys to be able to access and read if you're truly invested in this series if you really want to take a look and take a deep dive. But next episode will be the draft, and we're going to get into a spot where we start getting more gameplay of the Titans, Cal State Fullerton Titans series, and then we'll start looking into more scouting as we get closer and closer and closer to that actual draft date. So the draft will be in the next episode, but there's going to be a lot of build up and a lot of lead up about some of the players that we're talking about, some of the players that we're interested in, and really do a little deep dive on who's who. That way you know who's who when they actually get the call to the major leagues. But we want to know, as far as immersion goes, who are these guys, right? Because they're going to pop up eventually in this series the longer that we go. So be just good to know and get familiar with some of these names. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one as we get to the MLB draft for season 1 of our Angels franchise. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.